Okay, everybody. This week we are going to talk about consider the sequences. Um, Sequence means that if you don't do something, what's gonna happen? Example, you set the rule for yourself like I have to complete two tasks tomorrow or something. But if I cannot complete those two tasks, what's gonna happen? That calls sequence. Actually, sequences of a task are the key to determine of how important the task really is to you. The way of the evaluating the significance of the task is how you determine what's your focus next. People who take long time view on life and career always make much more better decisions. The rule is that long-term thinking improves short-term decision making. I guess this is also related to each other, whether like the punishment for yourself or something that you cannot complete according to what you plan. Let me give you an example. It's like you set 5 tasks to complete tomorrow. However, tomorrow you cannot complete those 5 tasks at all. And then you're gonna transfer those 2 tasks that you haven't completed to the following day. It's like it just feels normal. It's just like nothing's happened when you set the task and you set the schedule already, but you cannot complete it and nothing happened. So you're gonna keep transfer those tasks to the following day. So this sequences when you have a task that you think it is important, it helps you to set the task and help you to find whether that task is significant or not. So sequences is good and also important for you to be more disciplined on yourself of completing or doing something that you have planned. Make a better decision about time. Ask yourself, what are the potential consequences of doing or not doing this task? See, what are the potential of sequences of doing this and not doing this? Example, like you have to go to the dentist tomorrow, example. So what is your sequences if you go or not go? What are the potential sequences? Example, like if your tooth are hurt, of course you have to go it because it is important, because you are hurting, you are in pain. But if you just go there and check your teeth whether it's healthy or not, like somehow it's less important compared to the other tasks that you have to complete tomorrow. It's stuff like that. So the sequence is that if you don't go when your teeth are hurt, you're gonna be in pain. But so sequence help you define whether that task is important or significant to you or not. The rule is that future intent influence and often determine a present action. To think about the long term. If a task or activity has a large potential positive sequences, make it a top priority. If the task help you to gain something, to get something, so let's make that task more priorities and get started on it immediately. Time is going to pass anyway. How you use it and where you are going to end up. So this question is a good question to remind and also alert me of how I can use my time effectively. It's the matter of consideration whether you make a major difference to your future. It means that you have 20, like I said, you have 24 hours, the same as the other people. But why don't we become success like the other? Of course, it's the matter of using the time. The law of the efficiency, there is never enough to do everything, but there is always enough time to do most important thing. It's still the matter of how you consider which task is important to you and also the sequences. If you do that, what can you get? If you don't do that, what's gonna happen? So when you ask yourself this question, it will help you to determine whether which task is more important or significant to you, or is that your frog, is that the bigger one, or is that the ugly one that you have to eat it first or start eating that immediately. Actually in this book they mention the 3 questions that you can ask yourself. Number 1 is, what are my highest value tasks? So in order to determine whether which task is important to you, you may ask the first question, what are the highest value tasks that you have to do? Second, what can I or only I do will make a difference? Sometimes, like I said in the beginning, that task is only you can do it, but some tasks it's you and also the other person combined together in order to complete that task. So if you do it, what will make a difference? So somehow that task is normal, that task is simple, but you think it's important without thinking like, when you do it, what's gonna happen, and if you don't do it, what's gonna happen. Let me give you an example. Like example, you have to go to the province tomorrow. You may think like you have to go. However, when you think deeper than that, if you don't go, that event still happen, and if you go, that event also still happen. So this task is not really important, that you don't have to do it if you have the other task. It's like if you do something and make a difference, okay, that is the important one. 3. What is the most valuable use of my time right now? How much you use your time and on what? And do you think the time that you spend are valuable enough or not? So the more accurate the answer are, the easier it will for you to prioritize. So the key or the main point in this chapter is to help you prioritize your tasks and also help you to determine which one is important, and if you do it, what's happened, and if you don't do it, what's gonna happen.